Okay, happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome, welcome. You've got a great training in store for you today. We are going to be talking about some business building techniques for those of you that are building the business. But most importantly, today's training is going to be all about the product experience. And so, what I want to do before we get into the training for today is I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with Bryte Lyfe right now. Sales since the Bahamas have absolutely exploded. We've had two huge sales weeks. We've obviously been giving away spots on the yacht. We're going to talk about that today as well. But a lot of positive things are happening. The Miami event has officially been announced. Tickets are on sale. General admission are $99. VIP guaranteed first two rows are $199. If you have not already seen the video for the Miami event or have the details, you can log into the Bryte Lyfe app. All you have to do is click on the, let's see here. Click on the dollar sign inside of the app, and you can go right in and actually book your tickets. We are going to be announcing some more information about the party and the venue over the next couple of weeks. So you want to make sure you stay tuned in to that fire icon. It's right there. You can go in there and book your tickets right inside the Bryte Lyfe app. And so if you've not already done so, you definitely want to do that. And I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. It's important that everybody buys their tickets now. Don't wait until the last minute, because the problem is we have a few venues on hold, and they're all different capacities because we know this is going to be our biggest event ever, and we don't want to leave anybody out. We obviously have a lot of people that are going to be signing up over the holidays as well, November, December, and we want them to have an opportunity to join us in Miami. So it's very important that you don't wait. If you have any intention at all into joining us in Miami, please make sure that you get your tickets bought now, because we're gauging the ticket sales currently for which venue we're going to finalize. And so it's very important that we maximize the capacity and that we don't sell out too soon and that we don't have obviously leftover room. So we need your help talking to everybody in your organization about the Miami event. We're going to be announcing a new contest for the yacht places. Remember, there's only about 7 or 8 slots left on the yacht. So we're going to be announcing the new contest today on today's training. So you're going to actually have a day's head start on everybody else in the company that hears about the next yacht contest tomorrow night on the corporate call. So please make sure you're promoting the corporate call. Very important to get everybody on there so that they hear all the details. We're going to be talking about the Miami event. We're going to be talking about some new vendors. We've got a lot of things happening. We're about to launch the new website. We're going to talk about the timeline of the new interface. And so all of these things are very important for your business and for your team. So what we need you to do is making sure that your team knows about all of these calls and that they're plugging into the Zooms. We, of course, are doing our prospect Zooms 5 nights a week. And so that needs to be an important part of your business, making sure that your team knows about the schedule and the calendar. They have the websites, they have the links. We do not record those Sunday night corporate calls. So we want everybody to get on that Sunday night call. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern, brytelifenews.com. And so if you are not plugging in, your team is not plugging in, we need your help to make sure that everybody is getting all of the constant communication from the corporate team. We're doing recognition, any type of announcements, deadlines, all of that stuff is covered on these corporate calls. And remember, we don't record them. So your week really starts on Sundays. And so wanted to start off with that today. And now we're going to get into some of the brand new training content that I started talking about on the corporate call last week. So I'm going to share my screen with you here. We're going to talk about something that I realized, a couple of weeks ago, as I was talking to a leader that we're in the process of recruiting. He's got a large organization, and they're looking at joining Bryte Lyfe and bringing several hundred members very quickly into the business. But we started talking about compensation. And this was a really good reminder for me because for me, well, why my computer just did that? Okay. It's really important that you realize that our comp plan is so easy. And so a lot of times people get started and they're just focused on free life. And that really should be what you're focused on. But the problem I realized as I was having this conversation with this long-term leader, multiple seven-figure earner, was he said, Wes, one of the benefits of having a complicated comp plan and having all these different ways to get paid is that we have to really teach our people to focus on bite-sized increments, not just thinking about getting to 500,000 a month. And so this is something I'm guilty of as well. And that's why this meeting was such a good reminder and why I wanted to spend some more time on this morning. Because, when we created the comp plan for Bryte Lyfe, we wanted people to have the potential of making 500,000 a month. Because at my previous company for 13 years, I was at the top rank in that company, which was called IMD, International Marketing Director. And I hit it in my first year and it was capped at 50,000 a month. And so for 13 years, I was capped at only making 50,000 a month. And so in that comp plan, we had to do a lot of other things. We had to have multiple positions. So you had to start other positions inside your organization. There were all these things that were complicated and they were designed to make more money for the company. Well, when we created the comp plan for Bryte Lyfe, we wanted to make it so easy that anyone could get to 500,000 a month. That anybody had the potential of getting to 50,000 a month or, 100,000 a month. Well, when we created the comp plan, it is so easy that I think a lot of times people get lost in the fact that it is so simple. And so we talk about getting people to free life, and that is the cornerstone. That's really the building block, is getting everybody that comes into your organization to free life. And so we're going to talk about that a lot today. And that is going to be the contest for this coming week, for the yacht as well, because this is really the cornerstone. But the problem is that if you don't focus on what's next, meaning after you get your people to free life, if you don't focus on Lifer 300 and you don't focus on Lifer 800, not just for yourself, but for your team, what happens is that your team will grow wide, but it will not grow deep. And see, the power of the binary is that you could have somebody that comes into your organization a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and they could be 800 levels below you. So we count a level every time we go right, left. So right, right, right. That's 3 levels on your tree viewer. You go into your back office and you click on tree viewer. You can see each level of 2 is a different level in your organization. So the power of the binary is being able to put somebody in your business a year from now, 2 years from now, and everybody above them gets credit for that sale. So everybody above them gets a notification. That's the power of the notifications. And so I love our notification feature. If you're part of a team that's growing, look at all of these notifications inside of the app for me. I mean, it's literally hundreds and hundreds of notifications of new members joining my team. And so that's the power of the binary, is that when somebody comes in 800 levels below you, you get credit for them just like the 800 people above them get credit for them, and everybody gets the same credit. That's what's wild about the binary compensation plan, is that we all get the same credit. So it doesn't matter whether they come in 800 levels below you or 2 levels below you, or if you personally introduce them. The only difference between a personally introduced member and a team member that was put in 800 levels below you is the 100 travel dollars. That's it. And so see, the power of the binary is locking your position in now, and then everybody that comes in after you on that leg, you get credit for. Plus, every person that you bring in on those legs, the people above them get credit for those sales. That's the power of the binary. That's why the button bottom right and bottom left exists, because every time you put somebody at the bottom, everybody above them, including the people above you, get the same credit for that sale. That's so powerful. But the problem is that because it's so powerful, we forget that, everybody would love to get to 500,000 a month. But the reality is not everybody's going to get to 500,000 a month. Only a very few people will ever get to 500,000 a month. But We could have a lot of people at 15. We could have hundreds of people at 30, 50, 100,000 a month. And so as we grow, the only way you're going to drive depth and get to those 500 levels or 700 levels or 800 levels at the end in World Ventures, I had 365,000 people on my team, and I think I had at one point I looked on my bottom left and bottom right, and I think I had like 80,000 levels. 80,000 levels. So that essentially meant that there were 80,000 branches of the tree, right, left, right, left, right, left. In order to get 365,000, I had to have over 80,000 levels, which means if you divide it evenly for math, that meant that the 365,000 people that I brought in had an average of 4 people on their team, if you just take simple math. And so that meant that if I put a personal sale in, think about the power of this for a second. If I put in a personal sale at the bottom of my team 13 years into World Ventures, then potentially on that one leg, there could have been 80,000 people that got credit for that one sale. Could you imagine in the system putting in a sale 80,000 levels below you that you clicked on bottom right, and 80,000 people got a notification that somebody was just added to their team? How crazy that is. But as we build depth, as we build deep, and we focus on helping people get to Lifer 300, focusing on helping people get to Lifer 800, focusing on helping people get to Lifer 1600, what happens is now you're building depth. Now you're building deep. You're not just focused on getting everybody to free life, and that's great. And that's the cornerstone, and that's the basic building block. But then when you get beyond free life, you have to focus on getting people to Lifer 300. You have to focus on getting people to Lifer 800. And so for me, this was literally like a mind-altering moment for me a couple weeks ago, because I'm talking to somebody who's a peer in the industry, who's been in the industry. Actually, he's been in a few years longer than me. He's been in over 30 years. And he was like, Wes, we need to have some bite-sized things that I can get to my team, because they're so used to having to jump through all these hoops. They have to rank a few people up. They have to bonus this. They have to qualify for this. They have to buy a certain amount of product. When you look at most product comp plans, there's all these hoops that you have to jump through. So he showed me this chart, and it was like you had to do A, and then you had to do B, and then you had to do C. And if you did A, B, and C, then you were D. And then if you helped 5 people do A, B, and C, then you weren't D anymore. Now you were E. And I was like, man, this is crazy, because our comp plan is so simple. A lot of people are just focused on free life. But the problem is that if you're building wide, if you're just focusing on everybody getting 2, you're not building depth. You don't have people ranking to Lifer 300. You don't have people ranking to Lifer 800. So what I want to encourage you today is take a screenshot of this, okay, and or write it down. And we're going to be talking about this in comp plan trainings and in the launch trainings that Denson does every Saturday. So remember, today is a super Saturday, but every other Saturday we're doing those launch trainings, which are good for everybody. But we're going to focus on this. And so I want to break this down for you one more time, and then we're going to get into our product training. But it's so funny that some of the basic things are not so basic, because like I said, our comp plan is so easy. In other words, here's what you need to understand. In a lot of comp plans for a lot of other companies, you have to do these things. Okay. They don't make it optional. There isn't just a one right, one left qualification for any other companies in our space. We literally have the easiest qualification in the entire network marketing industry. No one has an easier qualification, period. Okay. So the problem is that in those other comp plans, you have to have at least 4 Lifer 300s or the equivalent. You have to have 5 Lifer 800s or the equivalent. You have to have them in your tree in order to hit the next rank. So you have to do all of these things. But with our comp plan, you don't have to do these things that are on your screen. But if you do these things on your screen, then by default, in other words, it's impossible to have 2 Lifer 300s on your right and 2 Lifer 300s on your left and not be Lifer 800. Does everybody understand that? Drop some 7s in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. You don't have to have two Lifer 300s on each leg, but if you have two Lifer 300s on each leg, it's impossible to not be Lifer 800. This is so powerful. But like I said, this was something that for me, I've been building with this comp plan. You know, we created this comp plan almost 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, we created the comp plan. We didn't launch until May of last year, but we built the comp plan in the back office first. So we had to create all of the rules. Well, when we created the rules to the comp plan, if you've not seen our one-page comp plan document, you need to go download it. You need to screenshot it. You need to save it. You can go to the bottom of any of our websites, brytelyfe.com, or in the app, and you can see the Bryte Lyfe compensation plan in the menu of the app. You can see it at the bottom of every website. And so when you look at the qualifications, it's just one left, one right. You don't have to have two Lifer 300s on each leg. But if you do have two Lifer 300s on each leg, you're automatically Lifer 800. And that's why I wanted to talk about this, because I was realizing so many people are focused on bringing new people in and getting them to free life, which is great, but you're building wide. You're not building deep, because what's happening is we've got almost a third of our entire customer base is free life, but we have far less people that are free life that are obviously Lifer 300. So you've got to focus on getting people to Lifer 300. So getting 3 people on each side, okay, to free life. 3 on the left, 3 on the right that are free life, and automatically you're Lifer 300. So you can't have 3 free lives on each leg and not be Lifer 300. And remember, when somebody is free life, they are not a paid customer. Okay, so go look at your comp plan. Today is not a comp plan training, but I wanted to talk about this before we get into product training, because it's been such an epiphany for me having this conversation a couple of weeks ago and realizing that because our comp plan is so simple, we don't have markers. We don't have requirements along the way that you have to hit in order to rank up. So what you need to do mentally is you need to create these markers in your mind, and or a poster board in your office or in your bedroom or in your house somewhere. In fact, I would encourage all of you to go to Hobby Lobby or CVS or Walgreens or someplace today, or raid your kids' school supplies and find a poster board. If you don't have a poster board, start with a sheet of paper, pin it up, okay, tape it up somewhere, and put each one of these things on that poster board, on that sheet of paper, okay? 3FL left, 3FL right, okay? That should be the first thing you have on your poster board. If you're not a Lifer 300 right now, you need to have 3FL left, 3FL right. That should be the first thing on your poster board, because as soon as you have 3 free life, that's why I'm saying 3FL, once you have 3FL left and 3FL right, it's impossible to not be Lifer 300. Okay, you're going to be Lifer 300. Then, when you have 2 Lifer 300s left and 2 Lifer 300s right, it's impossible to not be Lifer 800. So the second thing you should have on your poster board, okay, is 2L3 or 2L300. Okay, so you have 2L300 left, 2L300 right. So you could put 2 little boxes on there, and you could put L at the top of your poster board, R at the top of your poster board, and you put 2L300 left and 2L300 on the right side. So you could put 2 boxes for the left, 2 boxes for the right that are Lifer 300, and automatically you're going to check off Lifer 800. Then on the next line of your poster board or your construction paper, your sheet of paper, you put 1 Lifer 800 left, 1 Lifer 800 right, and you're automatically going to be Lifer 1600. Now, once again, remember, you don't have to do it this way, but if you start focusing this way, if you pick somebody out in your organization and you say, who can I get this weekend to free life? Okay, that's going to be the focus. Who can you get to free life this weekend? All right, and so the contest for this week is going to be the first person that gets a new free life on their left and a new free life on their right that is brand new. So in other words, You need to have somebody that has no sales left, no sales right. Okay. And so you can sign them up today, or you can take somebody who's not signed anybody up yet in your business. Maybe you signed them up yesterday, maybe you signed them up this week. You need to get one free life on your left leg and one free life on your right leg. That is going to be, and we've got one spot up for grabs on the yacht this week. So the first person who gets a new free life on their left and a new free life on their right and submits a support request, okay, I've done it, and screenshot it, put the names of the rep numbers on there, one free life left, one free life right, and you are going to get the next spot on the yacht day on January 9th. Okay. So that's the first focus. You need to focus on getting 3 of these, though, to get to life for 300. But first steps first. So get one free life left, one free life right, and that's going to get you a spot on the yacht. The first person to do it this week. And you've got a day head start on everybody else in the company. In fact, one of you could hit this today. If you worked hard today, you could get one free life left, one free life right, and you could get the next spot on the yacht. So make sure you put it into the support request as soon as you hit it so we can timestamp it and we know who hit it first. But here's what you need to do. Take that piece of paper, take that poster board, and you need to put 3 boxes on the front line, on the front top line, and 3 boxes on the left and 3 boxes on the right. And when you do that, when you check off those 3 boxes on the left of free life and 3 boxes on the right of free life, you're automatically going to be live for 300. Then the next line, you need to put those boxes for 2 life for 300s. So then the next question for you, if you're already free life, is who of those free life members that you have can you get to life for 300 this week? Okay, so you need to pick them out on your team and look at your organization. And if you're not even life for 300 yourself, it's okay. Who can you get to life for 300 on your team? Because once you get 2 life for 300s on each leg, you're automatically going to be life for 800. So this needs to be the way you're looking at your organization. Start looking at your organization like a CEO. Like a owner of your business. Because here's the problem. If all you're doing is focusing on helping people get to free life, you're not building depth. Okay. And so once again, I wanted to go through this today. You can see this chart, 3 life for 800s on each leg, left and right, makes you life for 3,000. 3 life for 1,600 on each leg makes you life for 5,000. 2 life for 1,600s and 1 life for 3,000. So you see the progression. You have on a life for 5,000 on this chart, you have 3 life for 1,600. So which of those life for 1,600s can you get to life for 3,000? And by getting 1 life for 3,000 in conjunction with those 2 life for 1,600s on each side, but you just have to get one of them to 3,000, then boom, you're at life for 7,500. So I wanted to cover this today before I get into the training on the product, because this is so powerful, because it gives you something on your poster board. It gives you something on that sheet of paper. You should have this posted in your office. You should have it posted in your room. You should have it posted in your house, because now you've got something that will allow you to focus, even though it's not a requirement of our comp plan like it is for all the other companies out there. Because here's the problem. A lot of the other companies out there, these are qualifications. You have to do this. So think about this for a second. Let's say that your right leg is really cranking, and maybe you have a couple of life for 3,000s on your right leg, but on your left leg, you only have 2 life for 1,600s. Okay. But in that company's comp plan, you have to have 2 life for 3,000s on each leg in order to hit life for 7,500. A lot of comp plans are set up that way. So it may take you months or weeks or years to get that one additional life for 3,000 that they require on your left leg in order to be a life for 7,500. But in our comp plan, we don't require that. So it just allows you to go out and build. You could go build with one person on each side to life for 7,500, and you would automatically be life for 15,000 by default. But you don't have to do that. See, in the old comp plan in World Ventures, I had to have 3 lines of lineage to 1,000 in order to get to the top rank, but it was a 2-team system. So think about that. I'm working on my big leg. I have to have 3 lines, 3 teams to 1,000 in order to hit the top rank, but there was only 2 legs. So that meant that I was having to focus on one of my legs that was bigger than the other one just to rank up, creating more breakage for the company. We don't have that. So take advantage of the compensation plan, but use the mentality of having to be a rep in a harder comp plan with all the catches and all the gotchas and all the gimmicks, because what it does is it gives you something to focus on. Put the poster board up, put the paper up, and start focusing on getting people ranked up in your organization, and you are going to rank up by default. Okay. So I wanted to go through that today and talk about it because, like I said, this is something that I forget about because our comp plan is so easy and so simple. But don't get confused. You still have to develop your team. You still have to get people to rank up if you're going to rank up yourself. Okay. So this is a massive learning opportunity for us because our comp plan is so simple. We don't make you jump through all these hoops, but mentally, if you build your business thinking that you have to jump through these hoops, you will get there by default. Okay, very, very powerful stuff. Once again, this is being recorded. It'll be posted later today on the YouTube channel. I would get everybody in your organization to watch this. It's very important that you understand how our comp plan works. Even though it's so simple, we still have to have things that we're focusing on beyond just getting people to free life. Free life is great. It's the cornerstone. It's the first step. But if you're going to want to rank up throughout the comp plan, you've got to do more than that. All right. So switching gears. What I want to do before we get into the product training is I want to talk about our technology. This is so important to understand because we do not run the same type of travel search engine that Expedia and Booking.com has. Okay, there are several unique features, several unique parameters, and we also have AI integrated into our search. And so it's very important that before we do these searches and talk about travel savings and talk about the product, you have to understand how our technology works and how we developed it, okay? And why we're so different than all of our competitors, even in the direct sales space, that have a travel booking website, okay? So I want to walk you through the core components of our technology. First things first, we have more feeds. A feed is inventory from a supplier, okay? So we have more feeds in our technology than any other company in the entire direct sales or network marketing space that has travel search engine, okay? All of them with the exception of one company. Every competitor we have in the direct sales network marketing space that has a booking website has one supplier. That's it. One supplier. So, and there's only a few suppliers in the industry. So that means that when you do a hotel search with any of our competitors, with Dream Trips, with Viago, with By Design, with Gifu, anybody that has a travel booking app, Nueva, it doesn't matter. Iconic has just added one. They're all on one supplier. Okay. One travel supplier. That means that when you go to their website to book travel, you're only seeing that supplier. And all of those companies that I just mentioned, every one of them only has a white label. Okay. That means they do not own their technology. That means that when you go to the travel booking website for any of those companies that I just mentioned, plus InCruises and several others, okay, you are just using one supplier. That's it. Okay. So whatever the inventory is, whatever the savings are, it's only through one supplier. They have no control over the website. They have no control over the interface. All it is a white label. So a white label means that they put their logo at the top of the website, but everything else is exactly the same. So here's what's funny. Almost every one of those companies that I just mentioned that are considered competitors of ours, they all use the same supplier. Okay. I know the suppliers that everybody's using, and there's only three, really only two in the whole industry that all these other companies use. So what happens is when you go and search for a hotel on any of our competitor sites, you're only seeing one supplier's results, and they have no control over that tech. They can't change the format. They can't change the layout. The one competitor that almost everybody is using, their technology hasn't been updated on the front end for the user experience in a decade. They've had the exact same interface, the exact same functionality, all of the search results, everything that's there. And their savings comparisons are outdated. They use historical data, not real-time savings. So when you see the lines, and Booking.com uses this too, when you see savings markers on all of our competitors' websites, they're bogus, they're fake, they're false. They're not real time savings comparisons. They're using old historical data and they're showing it savings. And that's why when you go do a search on any of our competitors and then you kick the tires, you will never see the retail price that they tell you you're saving it off of. So, like, for example, let's say you go to Viago or you go to By Design or you go to, um, you know, Iconic or Gifu. When you see savings on their search results, that is not a real time savings marker. It's an old piece of technology, an old piece of data that actually shows old historic retail prices when they lay the savings. It's like furniture stores, okay? So when you see, a furniture store ad was $9.99 today only or this weekend only, $6.99, okay? That's the same thing that Iconic, Gifu, MW or not MWR. I'll explain the difference between MWR and us in just a moment. But Dream Trips, Viago, By Design, any of them, they all use the same supplier. Okay, so they show savings, but they're not real savings. So, for example, and I'm going to show you the difference in ours in just a minute. But for example, let's say you go to the Fountain Blue in Vegas and you see on any of our competitors' white label one vendor sites with old historical data for price comparisons, it may say the savings at the Fountain Blue on this search are 40%. Well, that's false. It's not real-time savings 40% because they're not pulling any real-time data or inventory. They don't own this tech. I know the tech, I know the software, I know the supplier. They're using old historical data. So if you go to Fountain Blue on Booking.com versus, let's say, Dream Trips or Viago, then what happens is when you go to Fountain Blue, you're not going to see savings of 40% from what you just saw here there because that 40% sticker is fake. It's false. It's old data. It's not a real-time savings. So then when you go to Fountain Blue, people are like, well, Wes, I can see savings. Maybe it's 10% or 15%. But when I go to Booking.com or Travelocity or Expedia, the savings are not 40%. I'm seeing a lower price than what Viago or By Design or Iconic or Gifu is showing me. I'm not seeing anywhere where the price at Fountain Blue is 40% higher than what it is over here. Why? Because that 40% sticker is fake. It's false. It's furniture store advertising. It's not a real-time savings price sticker. It's old data. So it might not be 40%. It might be 15 or 20, like what your customers are going to see. So what happens is your customers, then you create doubt because you're like, but they're telling everybody it's 40% or 50%. That's bogus. It's fake. It's false. So what happens is psychologically, your customers that come in, if they're new, they're like, yeah, it says 40%, but it's not 40%. It's 10, it's 12, it's 13, it's 16, it's 18. Because that's what one vendor or one supplier, that's their average savings. It's less than 20% over real time best prices because that's the general commission range for all of these other competitors that are using the same two platforms. Their average savings, instead of ours being 40%, theirs are probably 16, 17, 18. Can you still save with Viago or with Dream Trips or with By Design or Iconic or any of these companies that are using Nueva, that are using these white label travel sites? Yes, you can save off of the retail site, but you can't save as much as you're saving with us because they have one vendor, one supplier. They don't pull real-time data for the savings. So your customers never really know how much they're saving. And anytime they kick the tires or they go check, they're seeing that what you're showing on the savings sticker is not really the case. And I could go through and show you all this today, but this isn't about them. But what needed to be explained to you was how our technology works. So our technology, you can think about it like a big funnel, okay? We have all of these suppliers that we have wholesale contracts with, okay? All of these suppliers. So when you do your search, you put your city in, you put your dates in. And by the way, I want to talk to you really quick about our search system. We use maps. So the best way to search is by putting in the city and or state, city and state that you're searching in. Depending on what country you're going in, it'll be a province, but it's based around geography. We designed it that way because we built geo tracking into the app, which was a feature that we got from one of my favorite travel sites out there from an interface perspective, because when you log on to that other site, it recognizes where you are if you have your location turned on. So it knows if you're literally, like for me, I'm in Prosper, Texas today. If I pulled up the app, and I can show you, you pull it up here, it's going to pull up a random set of dates, okay, but it's going to know where I'm at. So everything that just pulled up here on the app is around me here in Prosper. So see, there's McKinney, which is just down the road. So it knows where I'm at. So our technology from a search standpoint is centered around geography. Now you can put in some landmarks. We've expanded our search technology, but the real core component of our search technology, you should always put in city and state. So city and state, don't search airports, don't search landmarks, don't search specific hotel names. You can get results that way, but our tech is built around geography. Why? I wanted this mapping feature. So you click on map. Now I can sort through when it gives me my results. I can sort through via map, just like Tinder. Okay, just like a dating app. I can search through it right here, and it's going to pull them up right here on the map, because I like searching with maps. When I'm going somewhere, I want to know where it's at, what it's by, what it's close to. So all of these features are centered around the map. And so when you put in a city and date, that's going to give you your best results. Okay. So when you do your search, you put your city in, you put your dates in, you're going to get results. Now, here's what happens. We take all this data from all these suppliers. We are the only company, period, in the entire network marketing industry that has our own technology with multiple supplier feeds where we have built our own interface. So all of this is ours. This is all custom. We own it. We developed it. The checkout cart where you can just literally slide to book, all of that is ours. Nobody else has that. Booking.com doesn't have it. Expedia doesn't have it. We are the only company in the direct sales network marketing space that has our own technology. Now, the one difference with MWR is that for 11 years, they used the same white label site that everybody else was using. But over the last year, they developed their own booking platform, but it's only got one supplier. I know who built it. Okay. So they've got one supplier. So it's one supplier pulling in, and they didn't build any of this interface or these unique features. So they're just pulling in from one supplier, whatever their interface, whatever their logic is, all of their tech, they're pulling it in from one supplier. Okay. So the biggest difference between us and MWR is we've got all of these suppliers. We probably have 2 to 3 times the inventory. With all of the suppliers, we have over 3 million properties around the world in the hotel search, okay? And one of our suppliers has 1 million, another has 600,000, another has 800,000. So when we have all of this inventory together, it starts off in a funnel. So you put your cities and dates in, and then our system sorts it and sifts through it until you get the results, okay? Now, at the exact same time, we have a piece of AI tech that is sitting right here at the top. When you put your city in and you put your dates in, that piece of AI comes down here in the funnel, but it goes out and searches for the best retail price. We have a few different places where we find retail prices. The problem is there is no one source that has all of the 3 million properties we have. Why is that important to understand? It's important because we cannot get a real-time price comparison within 5 seconds, which is the parameter that we've set in our tech, and show it to you for every property. This is why this is important, okay? Because there will not be a savings sticker on every single hotel every single time, because we have so much inventory that we can't find an accurate real-time price comparison fast enough. So see down here, no sticker. It doesn't mean, in fact, I found a hotel the other day, and in fact, there was one that I did a test search right before we started that I'll show you in just a second. But notice there's no stickers. Now, the default search results are always savings first. So the first thing you're going to see, the way we built our tech, is that if you don't change the search results, you're always going to see what our AI found as the best discount first. So if you use the tech the way it was intended, you can save 100% of the time every single time you book. So if you just go in and you see what the biggest savings were first, so it knows where I'm at here in Prosper. So 28% for a hotel down the road in McKinney. That's the biggest savings in this area. There's only, 20 hotels that are showing up around me because I'm in the burbs of Dallas. Why is this important? Well, we created that sticker. That's our tech. That's a real-time price comparison. That means that right now you could go to this hotel, the Super 8 by Wyndham. You could go to booking.com, and if you go find that hotel, guess what the price is going to be on, let's say, booking.com? It's going to be 28% higher than what it is right here on our app right now. Why is that? Because we own this tech. We built this. We're the only ones that have it. MWR doesn't have it. None of the other white label sites have it. Nobody has this tech. We built it. We created it from scratch. That's so huge because it gives your customers confidence that when they see a savings sticker on the Bryte Lyfe app, that's really what they're saving. They're really saving 28% off of somebody else's price right now today if you went and searched it on other sites. Why do I talk about this? Because nobody else has this. But people that don't understand how our technology works goes, well, Wes, I did a search. Why is the Sheraton McKinney, why do you not have any savings on that? We do. There is savings. It's just for whatever reason, the AI did not return in 5 seconds an accurate real-time price comparison on this. It's still wholesale. Everything in here is wholesale. It's all wholesale. And I found a hotel the other day that was wholesale. Okay, let me show you something that didn't show a savings sticker on it. All right, I just did this search right before we started. I want you to look at something. Okay, do you see the Conrad right here? I searched right before we started, December 11th through the 14th, $387. Do you see a savings sticker on this result? No. I did this search right before we started, $387, December 11th through the 14th, no savings sticker. Okay? Now I want to show you something. I did the exact same search on booking.com at the exact same time. And look at the price of the Conrad. $977. $977 for the Conrad. $387. Now, somebody tell me in the chat, 387 versus 977. Somebody tell me what that savings percentage-wise estimated. This is the exact same dates, December 11th through the 14th. I literally just did this search. 387 versus 977 at the Conrad. This is one of my favorite hotels. I search it all the time. I literally did this search right before I got on, December 11th through the 14th. I put in random dates. It's somebody that's a math person, tell me what the percentage savings is, 977 versus 387. 60%. Okay, so roughly 60%. But here's the thing, newbies, people that don't know, our competitors, they're like, well, Wes, how come I did a search in Vegas I did a search in Vegas, and when I did the search on the Bryte Lyfe app, It doesn't show any savings at the Conrad. How come only like 30 of the hotels show the savings? How come only 40 of the hotels? How come half the results don't show the savings? Why? Because this is a real sticker. You see this one down here, the Desert Rose Resort, the Downtowner. I sorted this so that I could show you the Conrad. It was just one that came up. Okay. So if you do it by the savings, which is how it defaults, I resort it. Look at the Virgin, 68%. But see, on this particular search, only about 40 of the hotels have savings stickers. So people that don't understand how our tech works, maybe about 60. See, the Conrad was down underneath here because we didn't find an AI result. And as we get better, as we grow over time, we're working on finding retail price comparisons that will fit into the parameters. And so you'll be able to get results. And so knowing how our technology works and knowing how we have all of these different vendors, here's another thing that's important to understand. Because we have so many different vendors, when you do a search, you're going to see a lot of different room category choices, a lot of different room types. Why? Because different vendors and suppliers run different promotions, different rates. So if I go here to the Conrad, go back to it here, go back, I search A to Z. For me, this is the fastest, easiest way to get back to the Conrad. I also looked at the Fontainebleau. It was another like 50 or 60% off at the Fontainebleau. But let's go back to the Conrad. Here we go. Okay. Conrad. Click on it. It's searching, it's sifting through the available rooms. There's different rate types here. Some of this is based on refund policy. You're always going to get the best deals on non-refundable bookings. Why? Because the way our tech works is we strip the commission out, we strip the retail markup out, but if it's not a non-refundable booking, certain contracts that we have will not allow us to strip the commission out until it's paid. So you're not going to save as much if you're not using prepaid bookings that are non-refundable. But we still give you the option to click on rate number 3, and it's $761, but it's free cancellation until December 11th. You're still saving about 30% off of Booking.com's price from the $977 when you go with rate 3. Here's rate 1. Cancel before 12/9, free. After 12/9, it's not free. So depending on the room category, sometimes there's different things included. Why is it like this? We built this tech. None of our competitors have this. Why? Because they only have one supplier. So they're only going to see one type of king bed, one type of queen beds, one type of balcony, one type of ocean view. They're not going to see all these different rates and all these different options. Okay. Sometimes with all-inclusives, you'll see all-inclusive or EP with food or without, or just with breakfast. So then when you go to book, you're booking that category of room. This is why it's important to understand how our technology works. No one else has this. Nobody. Nobody in the entire industry has what I just showed you. And this is just hotels. Eva's about to blow your mind when she shows you all of this other stuff. Just hotels alone, we have something that nobody else, not even the network marketing in the whole world. This technology doesn't exist anywhere else. We built it. We created it. We drew it on a whiteboard and we talked about, we want this. We want to be able to search with maps. I wanted a one sliding checkout. When I go to pay, if I go to book this room that just pulled up, if I choose the room category, all I have to literally do is click one button. One button and I'm booked. Everything is stored. Everything is saved. If I'm not changing the name, if I'm not changing my payment type, there is no other travel site. Not Booking.com, not Expedia, not Travelocity, not MWR, not any of our competitors where you can just literally select the room and click buy. I'm done. It's booked. It doesn't exist anywhere else. With booking.com, you've got to go through and you've got to put in your address again, confirm your billing, make sure your payment information is right, put in your security code, whatever. You're typing your text, you're putting it in. Then you go to confirm. They give you like another, are you sure you're ready to buy? Is this right? Show the numbers. Then you click 3 or 4 times to buy. I've already booked and I'm doing something else. These were all things that we wanted to do. So it's not just about the discounts, it's about features, it's about technology. Nobody else has this. No one. None of our competitors. Okay. One of our competitors, this is so funny to me, Viago, which is where a lot of the World Ventures people left and went to, and they've changed the name a couple of times. It was Secret, and then it was Secret, Travel. Now it's Viago. And they just literally started yesterday promoting music and sports. We were the only lifestyle company. All of our competitors, MWR, Cruises, Viago, Dream Trips, they all say they're travel companies. That's it. That's all they say. We were the first lifestyle company. First. Well, now, guess what Viago is promoting? Everybody is trying to copy and do what we're doing. Now, first time they've ever used the words travel, music, and sports. Ladies and gentlemen, we are first. We are best. We are proprietary. Everybody wants to be us. Everybody wants to have what we have. They're all watching. They're all copying. A year ago, when we launched our bucket list program, they launched an annual trip. Guess what? Dream Trips. They just relaunched for the 4th time since bankruptcy. It's owners that have zero travel experience. I'm going to make a video about some of this stuff this week because I just can't take it anymore. People need to understand the truth about all of these opportunities. But Dream Trips, okay, they are now giving an annual dream trip to all of their founding members. Where do you think they got that idea? Everybody wants to be us. Everybody's copying us. It's like Coca-Cola and Pepsi and everybody else. Coke is first. It's the biggest. It's the most known. We are that. Our product is best in class. And you're about to hear from Eva. None of our competitors have this stuff. Nobody else has golf. No one. They can put sports on here and they can organize a golf outing when they go to Cabo. They're trying to be like us. We did the golf outing in Orlando. Oh, big surprise. Viago's now doing a golf outing in Cabo. Real original. They don't have World Vantage. They don't have golf access. Their members can't play golf with their membership. They don't have any sports benefits. We're the only ones. And so listen to what Eva is going to talk to you about today because she's going to show you the value of the Bryte Lyfe membership. But I had to talk about our tech first because that's what we launched with in 2024. It's the cornerstone. Everything we have is proprietary. It's why it's all in the app. Everything is in one place. You can go here and do everything that she's about to show you on the web and on the app. Everything is here. It's all here. Well Life, Live Life, our app. You know that like Cruises and MWR, none of them have an app. They don't have an app where you can go and do any of this stuff. None of them. They've been in business 12 years, both of them. 12 years they've been in business. They have no app. What do you mean? We've been in business 18 months, not even, and we have all of this. We were better out of the gates on day one than all of our other competitors. They just hope that they can be us one day. There is no comparison. There is no competition. No one has what we have. I can sit here and I can pick apart every single one of our competitors and I can show you every single source, every single supplier, and I can tell you exactly why they are only a white label. They have nothing unique. They have nothing proprietary. They don't have Eva. They don't have sports. They don't have music. They don't have golf. They don't have ticketing. They don't have Syncura. They don't have a concierge. They don't have the foundation room. They don't have anything that Eva's about to share with you. So pay attention. Get your people to watch this and understand what you have your hands on. No one has this. They can try. They can try. I think it's so sweet. It's so cute that they're trying to be us. They can't. They can't do what we're doing. We're so far ahead of them. They won't be where we are in a decade. It'll take them a decade to just try to figure out all of the things that we already have. And by that point, some of you are going to be living in your second or third home. You're going to be on a yacht. You're going to be on an island. You're going to have $500,000 a month or $200,000 a month in residual. And these pretenders are going to still be trying to figure out how we did it. Their comp plan isn't as good. They don't pay out as much. Their product isn't as good. They've got one supplier. It's a white label website. Guys, you guys could go buy the same white label that they're selling for $100 a month. You could go buy it for $5 to $10 a user per month. That's what Nevea is paying. That's what Iconic is paying. That's what they're paying per user, and they're selling it for 99, and they're paying $5 to $10 a month for the white label interface. You can go look at all these competitors. They're all online. They'll sell it to you. You could go start your own travel club tomorrow, just like what those guys have, for $5 to $10 a month in users. You have to get a back office. You have to pay a per head for that. You could go set up shop and have exactly what our competitors have, nothing different. That's crazy. Okay. We are not Me Too. We are best in class. We are the only company that has what we have. And so pay attention and listen to Eva as she walks you through the rest of our product today. But just understand, just what I just showed you, they can't touch it. Just that. You haven't even heard all the stuff that Eva's going to go through, and they can't touch us. The annual dream trip that they're going to give to founding members at Dream Trips, trust me, you're not going to want to take it. Okay. And the annual trip that Viago started doing last year when they heard about our annual trip, they're giving you a 4-day, 3-night Discovery Carnival cruise. It's like the worst cruise that you could take. Or you could go to a timeshare, a 3-star hotel, and you pay all of the resort fees and taxes, about $250 in taxes for a room that you could probably get through the Bryte Lyfe app for probably $200. You could book their annual trip for a couple $100 at a 3-star property for less than the taxes and fees that they're charging you on that free trip. Know what you have your hands on. And so get this training to everybody in your team after Eva finishes it today and we get it uploaded, because this is going to make a massive difference for you and the entire organization, the entire company, when you understand what we have. So Eva, I'm going to let you take it from here. Thank you everybody so much. Take notes, watch, pay attention. Everybody needs to get this information so that you can share it with your teams.
Okay.
You are the host now, Eva, so you want to spotlight yours.
Okay. Um, what do you mean by spotlight it?
You click on participants and then click on more, and then you want to spotlight for everyone.
Okay. I'm on participants. Sorry, I've not done this before.
Okay.
Oh, it must be in the, okay.
In the more over on the right. Yep.
I
And then
see it. Okay. And then what?
spotlight for everyone.
I see ask all to
Click on the
mute
camera.
participant.
Click on the camera and the participants on the camera. Click spotlight for everyone.
There's no camera.
Okay, if you're in participants, when you click on the camera over on the right in the participants window, you'll see a button there that says spotlight for everyone.
Oh,
It just spotlights your camera.
well, it says add spotlight or replace
Yes,
spotlight.
yes. Add
Okay.
spotlight.
Add. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Thank you for that. I've never done that before. Good morning, everyone. Bear with me while I share my screen again here. Thank you, Wes. That was incredible training. Can everyone please give Wes a 7 as a big thank you for the wonderful comp training and doing these deeper dives on the travel. This was incredible. And also, before we get started, just a big thank you to Wes can you see my screen, Wes? Okay, good. A big thank you for Wes for helping us to expand our benefits. I talked about this in Bahamas. As we grow, we get to add on new partners every day. And we always work hard to make sure we have several new partners before we get to a conference. And so it's always a really fun time to get to share new ones with you. But that is a big undertaking, number one. And number two, it's an investment for the company. And so before I start this, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a history on where we were when we first started with our founding members. and where we've come today and what that really means in terms of our competition. So, the agenda for my training today is I'm going to share the website with you and show you how to find benefits on the website. I'm also going to go back and go from the very beginning and share all of the old benefits. We won't spend a ton of time on those because most of you here know a lot about them, but some of you are brand new on this call. So we're going to start and we're going to show absolutely everything today. Then we'll take a look at some of our benefits on the app. So you know where to look on the website and you know where to look on the app. And then after that, we're going to do a little presentation where I share the 4 new benefits that we brought on in the Bahamas and dive a little bit deeper on what those are all about. And then what it's going to look like once you access those in the next week. So the history is that, we were reaching out to a lot of the lifestyle, sports, entertainment, music, golf, um, partnerships in the beginning. And many of them were familiar with Wes and all that he's done in the travel business. So they immediately took the call. They were so excited to partner with us based on Wes's vision. And obviously, he has a ton of partnerships out there in the world, not just domestically, but internationally. And I was able to leverage some of my relationships. And so we rolled out in the last year and a half about 4 new partners every 3 months at a time. And so something evolved in that process, and that was a lot of our partners are familiar with each other. They would begin to see how our members are using their benefits. They all have back office reporting on how we use their benefits, and they share that reporting with me. And so we continue to evolve with these partners because they're so impressed with Bryte Lyfe and who we are and what we're doing and what we have to offer and how we're curating the best lifestyle membership really on the planet. And so they continue to unlock more doors, give us more benefits. And my favorite part of all is, I used to call on as many people as possible. Well, now today, people are calling us. They understand the amount of exposure that we're giving to our members based on our reach, based on the amount of prospects we're showing the presentations to every week, whether that's in a happy hour format or that's online. But they really want to get um, partnered with us and married with us because of the marketing that we wind up giving them. And also, we're good partners who like to use their stuff, and we're spending money with them as well. So, yeah, so the first start of the training today is I'm going to sign in real quick here. Give me a second. And I'm going to show you guys on the website where you can access all of the member benefits. Okay, so if you're brand new, if you've joined in the last month or two, can you put a 1 in the chat right now? Because I want to encourage you to really pay attention to this. There's 2 reasons why you want to obviously know what the products are all about and how to access them. And that is number one, we want to enrich your lives and make sure you're living your best life by utilizing everything. We've now combined over 30 different partnerships in Live Life and Well Life. And so there really isn't anything at this point that consumer does on a daily basis, whether it's big or small, that you're probably not going to be able to find on one of these benefits on our website or on our app. So bear with me as I toggle around a bit, but we're going to start on the website. So if everybody can see up here at the very top of my screen, there's some icons. So I'm going to click on the $ icon, and that's where you're going to go to find our Live Life benefits. So if I could just get let's see, put in the chat before we start. If you've been around for a while and you've used the benefits, or you're brand new and you've learned, and you who do you love to talk about? What benefit do you love to talk about? And or what is your favorite benefit so far in Bright Life? So please add that in the chat. One of my favorites is, I'm going to start here, is World Vantage. We have a long history with World Vantage. Their parent company is Arnold Palmer Golf Management and Palmer Advantage, and they are the exclusive golf benefit in the private club industry that offers access to private club access to golf. And our competitor is not going to have this. You're not going to find this anywhere else. This is a really special partnership. And as you guys know, this is where you find it here. And you can click on View Clubs in North America, View International Clubs, View World Vantage Golf Events and Trips. You see this here under Helpful Resources. There's a link here to request a tee time. So there's a process for that. Our concierge, once you hit that and fill that out, our concierge will contact you and walk you through the process on making a tee time. But we have, as you know, 250 clubs domestically. Some of these are the best of the best private clubs in the US. They're often difficult to get onto or play. We don't have restrictions. We actually get to play on weekends. We get to play on Saturday mornings, and we get to play 3 times a year each course and bring up to 3 guests. And then you're also welcome to stay at any one of these clubs after a round and enjoy the dining facilities and be what we call a member for the day. And so they really have done a pretty special thing here where they have opened it up outside of their portfolio and allow us to share in the membership without having to purchase a membership at any one of the clubs, which might cost you up to $100,000 for initiation fee. And then typically a golf membership is 600 a month. So here you're not having to pay a membership fee and you're getting to get treated like a member for a day. Most of us here have 2 businesses, or, for me, I work full time for Bryte Lyfe, but you guys do other things in addition to Bryte Lyfe. So, in both of your businesses, or many of you have multiple, you may have 4 businesses. This is a great way to entertain. This is a great way to show off Bryte Lyfe, is dig in, find a course in your area, find a course you could in a drive market, fly to some of the best courses in the world, plan a bucket list trip to go all the way to St. Andrews and play the links courses. Look at our 3 different partners. Take time after this and look at our 3 different partners under international clubs and see all there is to offer all around the world. So play well. All of you here can start golfing today. If you're brand new and you never played, that doesn't matter. You can always start today. We gave a big prize to some brand new golfers when we did the golf tournament at Disney Walt at the Magnolia course. And it was 2 of our members had never played golf before. They played in the golf outing. They did fantastic. They won a prize. And so I'm here to tell you that I started later on becoming a golfer myself. And the great news is also, in addition to this, they have lessons at these clubs and they're offered to us as members as well. So happy golfing. And I'm going to move down here to our next benefit. All right, member deals. So I'm going to share with you kind of what was the beginning of what we called our one-stop shop when we were initially founded, and then how much we've grown in terms of having additional deals for sports, entertainment, music, shopping, cruise lines, rental cars, that kind of thing. So, but we started with member deals. So as I move over to member deals, I'm going to click here, and this is what member deals looks like on the website. Okay, so give me 1 second here as I move over this. All right. So with member deals, you can see the navigation is left to right here up at the top, and it looks a little bit different on your on your app, but when we switch over to app, I'll show you how that works. And so you can go start here and at the very far left with travel, which will allow you to search for rental cars and cruises. They are known for their cruises. They are known for the discounts on their cruises. There's 1,000 or no, there's there's millions of overall, if you combine everything with cruises found, and it looks like it used to be only thousands were able to use the $1,000 onboard credit, but it looks like all of them now can use a $1,000 onboard credit. So this is a really good place for you to search for cruises. I'm actually giving you another place today to search for cruises, but you can go to both. But this is under travel. A lot of people have asked me, where do I find cruises? So it's under member deals and it's under travel. They're also very well known for their theme park and attractions. And so these are up to 65% off the most famous amusement parks out there, including Disney, including Legoland, including we went to Epic Universe with Universal Studios, or you can find your local Six Flags. And a lot of our members have shared a really fun story about surprising their whole family, starting out by taking two of their grandkids and then inviting the family and bringing 10 people and saving thousands of dollars based on all the offers they have here for family and amusement parks and attractions. Rental cars is very popular. I mentioned we get a report every week from Member Deals, and our revenue with them grows week by week. It's really exciting. They love having us as a partner. They're always unlocking more doors and more opportunities, so you always have to come back and check. But the rental car is the best discounts on the market, and it's not always budget's the best or Avis is the best or Thrifty's the best. You have to just come in and do some searching and then find the best price, but they're all right at your fingertips. This is our home for ski resorts. This is where you're going to find ski resort lift tickets out of any one of our benefits. So this is a really special thing that Member Deals does. And if you're a skier, I highly recommend it. We've had several members use this in the wintertime, and it's certainly another great way to take your family and experience something special or new that you haven't lately. So do skiing in the next couple of months. You'll find great prices here. All right, this was a fan favorite, movie tickets. The movie tickets, you're able to search by all different theaters in your area. I'm working on something for Memphis right now because they don't have their movie theater in here. But I can't tell you how many members have used the movie tickets, and you can find up to $6 for tickets. There are fees, and you can look at what those fees are. But they also have your opportunity here to save up to 25% off on tickets. Sometimes it's even 50% off. And then also on the concessions. So you can buy popcorn and snacks and candy for your family. Another cool feature in member deals is you can choose a city and then search all of these wonderful benefits by city. And so this is a kind of a shortcut, if you will, and it helps you walk through all of the exciting national benefits that might fall into your area locally, or also some local benefits in your state and in your city. Okay, so this is really fun. Especially on the app. I love how user-friendly the app is for member deals. And when you're sitting with a prospect and you're asking them where they might want to travel and you're showing them a travel search, I always encourage you to also go to member deals and ask them something they've wanted to do lately with their family, or something they're wanting to purchase, or an experience they're wanting to have in sports or entertainment. And you actually come over here and you do the searching. I love the shopping deals. To be honest, I've already used it several times myself. We have a member who bought a washer and dryer here. We have a member who bought a refrigerator. We have several members who have bought computers. There's everything from tech to 1-800baskets.com. I'm seeing that. I love Harry David over the holidays. I use that all the time to gift some businesses. And there's jewelry, there's a lot of stuff under wellness and athletics, including we'll show you in Bryte Lyfe some of the stuff that we have special partners with through member deals. But the one place I see everyone go the most is the shows and the sports and the concerts. So, this is another one where I find a lot of members asking questions about some of these Broadway shows in the holiday time. They might want to go to the Nutcracker. We do that every year. It's a lot of fun, and we've had several members go to use the travel app to get their hotel in New York and then go to New York specifically to do Broadway. You're going to find anywhere from 25 to 65, even 70% off tickets. I like to pick on Tammy a lot because she uses this section of the app. I think she's our number one player in member deals right now, and we're so proud of how much she really does navigate the app and use it on a daily basis to fulfill her life and bring friends along and be a great ambassador and share the membership. And she's purchased, or many of you have purchased tickets to games. And I mean, probably thousands of tickets to games we've sold here as well as with concerts. And so member deals is definitely one of the greatest of the one-stop shop for you to go and look on a daily basis. As we dive into some of the new benefits here in a minute, I'm going to talk to you about, how do you use the app on a daily basis without having to travel? Because we know you're not going to travel every single day. But the thing is, we want you as a habit to form the scrolling and searching and finding out what's new, and look on your app in the morning when you get up or as you go to bed in the evening and you're scrolling or you're watching TV. I ask you take 5 minutes of that and make sure you get on the app and there's something that you need or something that you want or something you want to put on your bucket list, something we want to put on your life list, that you come here and search. So bear with me 1 second as I get back to the website. Bear with me. Thank you. I have to pull it back up. Okay. So I'm sorry about that, you guys. Thanks for your patience. All right, so we're going to go back to our benefits section in Live Life. And the next one I'm going to show you guys is Arch Insurance. We shopped a long time to find the best of the best for this for you guys. So you may not always need to use life insurance or travel insurance. Um, Forgive me, backtrack. This is travel insurance. We found the best of the best that offers you a monthly membership opportunity. And so read about this, dive in. It doesn't cost a lot a month for you to be able to insure every one of your trips 100%. And you don't just get the travel insurance, you also get medical insurance on site while you're there. You get a 24-hour concierge service through Arch, which is absolutely amazing and not something that you always get with some of these travel insurance companies. And so there's trip cancellation up to 100%, trip interruption up to 100%, trip delay 1,000 to 200 per day, and then everything from misconnections where they can help you actually, cover even sometimes some of your hotel. So this is just a fantastic program and would love to see more people using it. You click on this yellow down here at the bottom on the left, you see that there's this blue Arch Insurance, and that's how you link over to get your benefits and type in your information to get a quote for your Arch Insurance. Okay, here is the foundation room, and we absolutely love the foundation room. They've been so good to us. You can see here that they're in 8 different cities: Anaheim, Cleveland, Las Vegas, Boston, Dallas, New Orleans, Chicago, and Houston. We have done a lot of entertaining in Las Vegas. We've done a lot of entertaining in Dallas, and we're about to do a lot more entertaining in Houston. So I'm excited about this partnership. I think we have used it 10 times more than I ever expected. And that's because um, Dallas and Las Vegas and now Houston are deciding to use it for their Bryte Lyfe nights happy hours. And I think we've done about a year straight of Thursday night happy hour in Dallas at the Dallas Foundation Room. We have an excellent partnership with them. This isn't just for Bryte Lyfe Nights, though. This is for you to, when you go to visit any one of these cities, to have a really over the top experience. Every one of these locations are very special. They take you on an elevator up to the top floor above House of Blues. And it's a entertainment venue. It's a concert venue. They typically have 2 venues within one, House of Blues and Foundation Room. But the Foundation Room is a membership that would cost you $3,500 a year to get to use it single use. Or if you had to buy it and you wanted to have access to all of these, it would be 10,000 a year. So I'm just letting you know this was an investment. This was a special offer that as we grow and we hit some of our benchmarks, Wes says, okay, we can do this one now. And this was really, really, really exciting and special to roll out because it is costly and or costly for you guys to join on your own, but we're giving you this for free. And they have some of the best chefs in the world, Michelin star chefs, 5-star chefs, and a wonderful dining menu. And they all have lots of different exciting private event rooms and lounges and places for you to come if you want to, work later on in the evening and go get a drink and just enjoy an evening out yourself or bring someone out on an anniversary date, or if you want to do a happy hour or a girls' night out. And something really special they do for us at the Foundation Room is they give you a complimentary drink as a member when you come in. So I was there Thursday night in Dallas, and we had over 22 people at our happy hour, and it was really fun. They had all the champagne lined up, and I was able to greet everyone with champagne. And we're just really proud of this one. Again, you can see the link below is concierge at brytelife.com, and that's actually updated on the app. It's actually a link for a form that you fill out to make a reservation for the foundation room. So if you're in one of these cities here, or you're visiting one of these cities, definitely put Foundation Room on your life list because it's quite special. All right, Porter Yachts and Porter Jets. This is a great company. Porter Jets actually just renamed themselves to P3 Jets. And it's the world's premier private jet company and premier yacht company. And this is just an example of as we grew, we were able to find the absolute best partnership for both of these. And, this is where you may have to put this on your bucket list and, save for this day. Or some of you guys ready to start tomorrow, please send me, an inquiry and we will get you all set up with them. But, why you can afford to do this now is because we do get this discount, and it's based on availability and the time of year and where you're going. But we're happy to get you pricing for this any day. And this is for sure bragging rights when you're sharing with prospects. Okay, I love Benefit Station. We worked a long time on getting this on board. This benefit is exclusive to the Japanese market. We have a very fun, growing market in Japan. They're very active members, and many of which are actually all taking their bucket list trips right now. We're excited to see them doing that. But because member deals is not in Japan, we got them something very similar to member deals, Benefit Station, but they have some additional offers that are different. Things like education involved in their one-stop shop. They also have a lot of dining and food and beverage options. They also have daycare and some special rewards that they get to collect through the process. So if anyone is on the call from the Japanese market, we hope you're enjoying Benefit Station, and it's fun for you guys to get to know and learn that we're growing in we're in 20 countries, we have 22 languages in the app, and we're looking at special benefits for different markets every day to make sure there's something for everyone. So we're, as you know, growing in Australia and in Latin America. So stay tuned for in the next, 30 minutes where I show you where Latin America is going to benefit from a new partner we have. Okay, I know that many of you have enjoyed Going, which is a membership service that alerts members for exceptionally low airfare deals, including mistake fares. We're seeing really good savings here, and I know a lot of members used it for our Orlando trip. They started early in Las Vegas when we rolled Going out, and they put some alerts or set it up to where they would get some alerts for Orlando. So I got some really good testimonials from that. This is especially good when you're traveling internationally, or you're traveling somewhere where there's always like expensive fares. Then you can kind of plan your trip around when you see Going gives you alert for a low airfare. So this is now one of a couple different benefits we have to help you out with airfare. Okay, group hospitality. This is a wonderful restaurant concept. It's one of Wes's favorites. He was really adamant about making sure that we start giving you guys some dining experiences like no other, really special, unique, and different. And so it's from Miami Beach to Las Vegas to Dallas dining and nightlife experience and it's restaurants and clubs. And these clubs are the biggest and the best in the world. Live nightlife. I'm sure many of you have heard of this. In Miami, we have Casa Donna, Komodo, Poppy Steak, Swan. I mean, they have several. So you'll hear more about those as we prepare and plan to go to our next trip in January in Miami. And we will be promoting what special offers they have for you while you're visiting. If you want to have a special night out while you're in Miami, you will be able to click on group hospitality here and fill out a form and pick which restaurant, and then we will get you set up with a reservation. In Las Vegas, they have Live Nightclub, and we also are partnered with them with Poppy Steak. In Dallas, we have Komodo Lounge. We love to alternate from Foundation Room, and we use Komodo Lounge also in Dallas for our Bryte Lyfe nights. And then Strawberry Moon, really fun bar and restaurant that's connected with their pool that we visited I guess it was November. And we have priority seating. We have 10% off retail purchases. You're going to get a surprise appetizer brought to your table or a surprise gift, or sometimes you'll be offered 20% off. All right, so now let's talk about Sports 365. They're the international sport and show ticket broker that specializes in providing a wide range of sports and tickets all around the world. So you are going to see with the new website when we roll it out and the new app that you'll be able to click on sports, for example, and you'll have multiple links under there because there's a lot of places to search for sports. If you need help and you want us to search for you, like I don't know, Deborah Alexander, our member, was asking the other day already for what are the prices for one ticket for the Super Bowl, or what are your prices for a package deal for the Super Bowl? And so we're starting to work that out so we can give that promotion to you as many of you I know are interested in doing Super Bowl this year. The good news is on our end, we have multiple ticket options. So we're happy to kind of search for you, or you can do it yourself. So, but we've used Sports Events 365 so far for international soccer games and some other very unique, specific events to international markets. So we enjoy Sports 365. They're very creative, and they are coming up with promotions for us on a daily basis. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Live Golf. You may know Live Golf. They're a disruptor in the golf industry. They're a professional golf tour. They're fun. They're exciting. These tournaments have great concerts built in with them. Wes has been to a really fun Live Golf tournament in Dallas two years ago. I went this last year, had a blast. Was able to stand in line and get my hat signed by a professional golfer and enjoyed the entire evening with a great concert at the end of the night. And we have a really cool partnership with Live Golf. These tickets can get pricey, and so you guys get up to 20% off. And we will be offering someday in the near future a chance to do a member outing with a Live Golf tournament. So we'll be picking a market to get a bunch of you guys, and we all enjoy golf together, watching the pros play. All right, Ghost City is a wholesale sightseeing pass. It's worldwide. When you go in and you click on Ghost City, I'm going to do this real quick. I'll have to get back onto the website, but you will see. You'll click your destination. You'll pick your pass. And then you'll go in and you'll choose, after you choose the city, you'll choose the tours or the events or the restaurants that you want to visit, and you'll get a pass that's going to afford you a discount for all three in a package. So let me go back to let's see, make sure you guys can see my screen. Let's see, Deborah, can you give me a thumbs up if you see Resort Pass? Okay, Resort Pass is, let me look at the chat here. Okay. Yeah, let me know. I want to make sure you guys see Resort Pass. Resort Pass is a daycation pass where you can go to some of the best resorts and use the facility for a day. You can use the spa, you can use all of their amenities, and what people love to do, especially during the summer months or even starting as early as spring break, is pick some of the best pools out there and go and take a group of friends or take your kids for an outing for the day. And I use this all the time. I've been using Resort Pass actually for 10 years for myself. My daughter's 13, and there's something we love to do is take a staycation or go off for the day and just enjoy the pool and experience the wonderful restaurants at these hotels or the amenities in the spa. Luxury Exchange, for those of you guys don't know, we have a partner for lab-grown diamonds, which is all the hype today. Also designer handbags, and we've given away. You got to show up in Miami. You never know when we're going to give away a free pair of diamonds. So we thank Luxury Exchange, and we've had a couple people purchase diamond earrings and even a ring from Luxury Exchange. Atomic Golf is a new partner of ours in Las Vegas. They're part of our World Vantage parent company, and continue session. And we are excited to showcase that, Top Golf does have a competitor. It's Atomic Golf. And they are a lot of fun. When we went to Las Vegas for our annual international convention for the year, we were able to take all of our members to Atomic Golf. It's such a spectacular, fun place. It's a different vibe than Top Golf. I mean, a similar concept, but a totally different vibe. And so anytime you're in Vegas, you enjoy up to 25% off Atomic Golf. Okay, and then last but not least, for all of the deals that are currently on the website and the app, before I show you the new ones, is on the Live Life side is the Financial Shield. So this is one of great opportunities for you to find a solution. Our members in these different policies that you can purchase for living benefits. And if you don't know a lot about what living benefits are, I encourage you to come to Financial Shield. Click on the link here. There's a video you can watch. And our member offer is we get 20% off your first month's payment back in travel dollars. And this is quite a deal, the way that their pricing is set up. So this is one of your many of one of your benefits that you can have that are insurance related. So now what I'm going to do is, Denson, are you there? Denson, bear with me one second. Denson. All right, let's go to,
Okay, Eva, I'm
thank you.
here.
Okay, awesome. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I wasn't able to unmute at first.
Okay. So would you mind, thank you, I'm going to be toggling back and forth between several things today. So
Okay.
I have Denson Taylor here with us, and he's going to help me to show you well life benefits.
All right, give me 1 second. I'll put it
Thank you.
on, share my screen. Hold on. Eva, it looks like you're gonna have to make me the host in order for me to share.
Okay. Could you try it now?
Okay, let's see here. Screen. Okay, do you see it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's see here. It's showing that I am sharing my screen, but you don't see it.
Yeah, it says everybody can share. Um, well, I'll
Okay,
tell you
let
guys
me.
what, this is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna stop share. Let me stop share. Try it again one more time, Denson.
Okay, all right, let's see here. All righty.
Awesome. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Denson. So I showed you where the buttons were at the top right of the website, and that's where you can click on the benefits on the website. This is a view from the app. So everyone knows that when you open the app, at the bottom of your screen on the app, there are six icons. And so you go left to right, and there's the dollar sign there on the app. So if you guys are looking at your phone, but on the app over to the far right are the three lines that you click on to get here. So if you can make sure that you are accessing all of the well life benefits. Thank you for showing that, Denson. I appreciate that. That's perfect. Thank you. So just quickly, before I get into all of the new benefits, I'm going to, forgive me, I'm plugging in my computer here. Give me a second. I'm going to share the well life benefits that we have to offer. So True Health Group is a health share group where members contribute monthly to help cover each other's eligible medical expenses, operating on a community-based model rather than traditional insurance. Love True Health. Learn more about this. I can do a special training on this on a Saturday and show you how cool it is to have this alternative to insurance. So a lot of us here are entrepreneurs and run a home-based business and need to purchase our own health insurance. This is not insurance, it's done differently, but it's a great way to to have coverage at an affordable price. So these are the different plans through True Health. And if you can scroll down just a little bit, you can see here that there's all different options you can choose from. And once you choose a plan, then you're able to search and find doctors in your area, and you'll learn how you pay for those out of pocket. And then when there is an emergency that comes, how the group sharing works within this policy for you to be able to have your medical covered. So health shares is a different way to look at it. We believe in it. It's something that both Wes and I use, and it's an absolute great benefit. Okay, so next is Body. Body.tech is a digital marketplace connecting health and travelers with great experiences while you're on the road. And you get up to 25% off multi-visit passes worldwide. This is something that Corey advocates that we really, don't take a break when you're out and about traveling, but make sure that you're using a benefit in the area where you are, and Body is a excellent option for that. So, Jensen, I appreciate you clicking into the website for me. So I appreciate it. And you can go back to the homepage.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. Maya is a wellness solution, is a essentially a supplement that's 20% off that Corey has seen great progress with people in terms of more energy and weight loss. So we're really excited to partner with Maya. Anytime Fitness, you'll find that our members already have a membership with Anytime. And so this is a chance for you when you renew your membership or you don't have a gym, you get a great discount, and you can just click on Anytime Fitness and sign up and get a discount. Access Core Golf is a home personal training system. So that's in our Well Life, and it's a 2-week custom golf program. So in the beginning, I said, remember, even if you're not a golfer, you can get started. So this we got this 2-week golf program to help you in your efforts as a new golfer. Echelon Fitness offers fitness products, as you know, and so everybody's working hard on getting out and about and running and walking and getting to the gym, but we all need some extra help in our home fitness area. So you can come on in here and buy the equipment that you need. If you're closer to a Planet Fitness, we also have a relationship with them. Or if you're more into something like Zumba, which is a lot of fun and a lot of a workout, we have a partnership with Zumba. In terms of Total Well Life, we have a partnership for uh, um, mental health with Talkspace and Cope Notes with for mental health benefits. So these are both really good options for you. And then we love Aura is another wellness app. So we can go into ours and we can get all the videos in Well Life from Corey, but you can also see through here, the member offer is really great. It's 30% off for a mindful subscription. So we're going on and we're watching these daily videos with Corey, and then you can go in and get Aura and do a mindfulness, option on a daily basis to stay well. Happier is a meditation app. Bright Dime is a finance tool app for you with expert guidance. And then Suave Skincare is a partner that we have through Amazon, actually. This fast absorbing formula releases advanced line relaxing complex and significantly softens the appearance. And I bought this and I love it. And it's a really good skincare alternative for Botox. So, Jensen, I can't help you enough. Thank you enough for helping me with the well life section today. And if you guys can just bear with me 1 minute while I am going to now share our new benefits. Let me pull this up. All right, here we go. All right. So in the Bahamas, we got to introduce four new benefits. So excited about this. So it says live life beyond the velvet rope, access granted, live life exclusively. So at the end here, I'm going to show you an everyday one-stop shop similar to member deals. And so that is a place where you can go and buy um, honestly anything you can imagine, or any ticket or any experience at an affordable price. But there's also some very exclusive benefits we've brought to the table. A lot of what we do in Live Life and Bryte Lyfe with with these benefits is we offer you hard to get tickets, access to things that you cannot get outside anywhere else. It's only offered to a closed loop membership group like us. And in many cases, these benefits are not with any other company out there but Bryte Lyfe. So, I asked you in the beginning to be thinking about how can I use the app on a daily basis and not have to travel. So you'll scroll and you'll look through all of the live life benefits we just talked about and the well life benefits we just talked about, and then these new benefits. Okay. So what we have to offer through these four new benefits is multiple new vendors, a new hub for you to search, 10,000 more deals, elevated concierge services, sports, entertainment, private club access, insurance packages, new golf clubs, restaurants, and local benefits. So, really, really proud. Bryte Lyfe and Live Life welcome Sencora to the group. And Sencora is the number one concierge service in the world. This is one that I'm really, really excited to finally bring on because since I've been on board from the launch to now, it's one that Wes has really wanted. He loves them, and we have a relationship with them. And so they do sourcing for tickets, experiences at a discount, but they do it through their own concierge services. So when you get access to this, you'll be able to click onto a page where you see what the calendar is for the next 6 months for Syncora events. Or you'll also have a 1 year view, but you go in and you'll look. And if you want to go to the Academy Awards, or you want to go to the Super Bowl, or you want to go to do a really unique dining experience in London, or impossible to get reservation in New York City, this is the concierge we're going to use as a concierge team to make your reservation for you. And when you experience this through Syncora as our partner, and the way they set it up is this is another red carpet member for a day exclusive experience that they will have packaged, and from start to finish you're going to feel the red carpet based on how they roll out their experiences. It's something really special. They are also partnered with, they have a lot of partnerships because they're the number one concierge service in the world. So they're tapped in and tuned in on all of the trends and all of the hype and everything you might want to do and see that's, really exclusive access. But they're partnered with Soho House. And we talked about this in the Bahamas. This is a really super hip and special lifestyle club, dining club. They're, really focused on the arts. So they also have like a lot of different art rooms, like almost like museums where you can experience different wine tastings and local art events. And their chefs are like Foundation Room, well, world renowned. And it's just really, truly an experience of a lifetime. And this is something that you would have to spend a lot of money again to be a member of Soho House. And through Syncora, we get to make you a member for a day. And so you can go on to, when you click on this, when it becomes live next week, you can go on to the calendar and you'll be able to see the Soho houses we're connected with and inquire about that. All right. And then they're focused on everything from events to family to fashion to experiences. And our next benefit partner that we're proud to announce, Bryte Lyfe and Live Life welcomes On Location. So when I said earlier that when you see the new website and how it's set up, and you'll be able to find the sports section, and underneath there'll be several links where you can get tickets for sports, music, and lifestyle events. This will be one of the new links under there. They are the official hospitality partner for the world's premier sports, music, and lifestyle events. Why did we want to add another ticket broker? We didn't really. We were able to find them in the other benefits, but this On Location is different. They're very special and they focus on the overall experience when you go to do a sport, music, or lifestyle event, from parking to maybe in some case backstage passes, VIP areas, VIP seating, high top table dining, and the entertainment all in one place for you. So we're excited. You'll be able to look at the website and you'll be able to search for the best deals on tickets here as well as exclusive experiences. And this is something that we are happy to help you with in Concierge, and help you book a package experience through On Location. So they're just going to bring a whole nother layer of how to have bragging rights and take your friends and family out or surprise date and really, really do it right. And while you're at it, maybe you make a reservation with one of our restaurant partners before the event, or you can even dine at some of the On Location or some of the venues that we book through On Location. So there's some fun. Super Bowl. I'm actually finding the best prices right now for Super Bowl on with On Location experiences. So happy to bring them on board. All right, we're introducing also as our third new partner, it's Pilot. Live Life welcomes Pilot. This is a really cool concept out of Austin, and they are exclusive ticket broker for certain events. So what that means is you can't get the tickets anywhere else. I'm going to give you an example for Fashion Week. So LA Fashion Week and New York Fashion Week, they're the official broker for it. So they get the really hard to get tickets where you might find that they're already sold out or invite only. But they're starting to do that with a lot of more bundled experiences. So another one that I like to talk about that they do is Kentucky Derby. They do Kentucky Derby, right? That's one of Wes's favorite ways to entertain. He goes every single year. I don't remember the number, but I think he's been like every year for the last 20 years so he really can put together quite a fun Kentucky Derby. But we may be using this year, if we go as members, some of the benefits that they have, curated reveals and high profile guests and luxury brands that we can have access to while we're at the Kentucky Derby. They have a new venue collective, which is after parties and networking with top designers and celebrities for New York Fashion Week. So that's like the red carpet ride right there. That sounds really fun for me. And then N4XT experiences, so insider access to LA Fashion Week, and the same goes as with New York and LA Fashion. Maybe you want to go to the Met Gala, they're exclusive ticket holder for the Met Gala, as well as something brand new that they're working with Reggie Bush, former NFL player, is the Athletes Tour. So we're excited about this because we have several former athletes as members. We have a lot of NFL players, which is how we got 28 members or 28 people playing when we did our golf outing at Disney at the Magnolia course. Each cart was paired up with an NFL player. It was a lot of fun. And so Pilot knew that we had a lot of players and they came to us and they said, we want to do something special with the athlete tour and really give your members a special VIP experience when we do these tournaments. So this is new to the golf business. And there's really, I would say, a list of probably 50 A-listers that are former athletes that play a lot of golf, are really good golfers, including Reggie Bush, who's starting this. So it's kind of like the Hall of Famer that's qualified to play in this golf network, they're going to be playing against each other. Obviously, there'll be different, you'll see different athletes in different seasons based on when they're not playing their own sport. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, and they're doing something very special for our members based on the amount of athletes that we have. So thank you, Pilot. All right, so last but not least, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you Benefit Hub. I'm going to show you kind of the highlights on why we were so excited to bring them on board. And then one last chance for me to toggle again onto another website. I'll show you what the website looks like. So Benefit Hub has more to offer than member deals. You might find it similar, but why we decided to bring on another partner like this is they are in 22 countries and they tailor all of their benefits by country. And truly, you can see, like, for example, on the shopping for, let's say, Latin America. They may not shop at DFW or DSW for shoes. They have a whole nother brand that is available to them in Latin America. And you'll find all the same types of deals that you find in the US, you'll find in these other countries. So we're really excited about expanding globally with a one-stop shop for benefits. A lot of people are excited about the prices of what you can get for here it's showing a washer and dryer or electronics. We can also see here that Amazon benefits me. Here you can see that we have a Frigidaire opportunity. I put that on there only because we've had like members purchase a refrigerator through us. And also their car deals I'm finding are a little bit better on this side than member deals. So if you're ready in the market to buy a used car or a new car, you can do that here. Some of the highlights here, Cook Unity, Mom's Meals, Home Chef. There's about 10 different more options for meals, to have meals to go delivered to your home through prepared meals. And also what we're really excited about is the opportunity for us to partner with a lot of restaurants and franchises for food and beverage experiences. So I thought it was on this slide, but I'll show you on the next slide. This is a guide for the shopping, everything from flowers to there's a shopping guide. The way they organize their benefits is really cool because if there's something that's hot, if it's seasonal, or let's say, right now we're all getting into the holiday season and we're starting to do our purchases for Christmas time, you're able to do a lot of shopping here at a great discount. Okay. And Benefit Hub has a thing, it's called Benefit Giveaways. And you're able to go into a Benefit Hub giveaways and you can, it's very self-explanatory. You can click away on any one of the deals that you want to enter into a raffle for. And so you may just win. You can do it every day if you like, and pick out different deals, and you may just win a gift certificate to any one of the benefits. And here I brought up DSW, but I love these. These are just everyday brands that we're always spending money at, and we're gonna get a discount now at Cold Stone, DSW, Papa John's. Here's Top Golf. We're bringing on Top Golf now with a discount. And PF Chang's, Outback, Old Navy, Gap. I mean, just big box brand names here that are part of our everyday lives that we're really excited to have shopping and dining experiences through. There's also now, so if you like the health share idea and you want to learn more about True and do that as an alternative to healthcare, you can do that, or go ahead and take a look in their health insurance benefits section in Benefit Hub, and you can look for different insurance programs, including dentist, eye insurance. I personally just looked into eye care, and I'm going to be doing hopefully surgery in the future. So for my eyesight, so I was excited about that. And here's some examples of some more restaurants, as well as they do the movie tickets. as well as member deals. Something I like about Benefit Hub is their pricing is extremely transparent. So oftentimes when we buy tickets, when we get to checkout, there might be a fee, and that's just the way the world works with buying tickets and ticket brokers. But here it's very simple, easy to search, and transparent pricing. So you know exactly what you're going to pay for all of the movie theaters. So there are more movie theaters here than there are in member deals, but I'd always check both. Gift cards, a great way to save money, and you can truly probably find any gift card under the sun within Benefit Hub. So I've spent a lot of time searching here, a lot of time with due diligence and vetting out this benefit partner. Again, I mentioned we're so excited to open this up now in 22 countries. So you can see her off to the left, the 22 countries that we're in, and there's several areas of Latin America. So we're excited bringing on Colombia and then being able to source some benefits through Benefit Hub. All right. So Good Chop, Sam's Club. They have Costco over at Member Deals. Now we have Sam's Clubs over here. So those are the highlights. And if you guys can bear with me just one more moment, and then we'll start to wrap things up here. I'm going to open up the Benefit Hub website. So give me 1 second. Oh, hang on 1 second. All right. Thank you for your patience with me as I show yet another screen. So this is our hub for Benefit Hub. And this is tailored to Live Life, as you can see up here on the top. And there's two different ways to search this Benefit Hub. Up here, there's the menu button, so you can see that. And you can search by homeowners insurance, auto, um, pet insurance. There's a whole health and wellness category, which is fantastic, and we'll continue to pull out highlights from this and put it in the well life section. Legal protection. There's a discount marketplace. The giveaways, I just talked to you guys about that. And then I mentioned that they do a really good job of curating by season or by holidays. So you can already see that they've put together a section for Thanksgiving deals. So something you should do today, check that out. I know there's something for everyone as we prepare for Thanksgiving. Local deals and member deals, there are city passes through them as well. We have a city pass as a standalone partnership, and that's where you can find some local experiences. But when I say local deals here, this is amazing. This is so really makes Benefit Hub really competitive to everyone in the marketplace. They have 10,000 more deals than you're going to see, as I mentioned, on member deals. But they also have gone into major cities and local markets. You can search by state and by city. And they're doing partnerships now with local restaurants and local experiences. And that's not an easy feat. I mean, that is a lot of curating content content and coming up with the best of best. And then, as I know, because I work on benefit partnerships every day, when you go one by one by one and add on a lot of benefits, that takes an individual partnership with each. So bravo to Benefits Hub for getting local deals, and we're really going to enjoy that. And when we talk about using the app on a daily basis and not having to travel, this is a perfect example. You can come in and, I mean, Domino's is great for pizza. There's a number of options you can do nowadays on food delivery. But you know what? I'd go in and I'd find your unique pizza spot and get out of the house and go down the street and support local business. So you're going to find a lot of good stuff there. What's most popular today? This is based on the thousands and the hundreds of thousands of members that are in this hub on a daily basis with all Benefit Hub partners. And so they determine what the most popular deals are. And so this is just a great place to go. If you do that in Amazon, it's the same thing. You're getting the same type of search opportunity to find out where the greatest discounts are right now, or what's hot, or what's trending, or what is something that everybody's wanting to get over the fourth quarter, or in the holidays, or in the wintertime. So that's all under popular. And then, so that's one way for you to navigate. You can also navigate from left to right. So you can click on discounts, and you can see it's really user-friendly. It's a beautiful website, and you'll scroll down and you'll see these are some of the top popular deals, and these are the different categories. They also have Anytime Fitness. I see that now. All right, so then you go over to travel. And this is where you're going to be able to search some different things in travel, like car and truck rental. They also have, so compare prices between the two. They also have cruises. They don't have the $1,000 off onboard credit, so maybe that's a reason to go to member deals. We're really excited. This is, I would say now, our biggest flight um, partnership is through now Benefit Hub. So this is an opportunity for you to check on flights, and you can still get the alerts from going, but if you're needing to book something right away, this is your one-stop shop place to come and look for better pricing on flights. Insurance, so I was under travel. Let me go back to travel. Okay. Cruises, flights, insurance, local deals, and Orlando vacation packages. So the reason they have specific, very special packages for Orlando is not like unlike member deals, Disney is a really fantastic partner. And so with all of the stuff that they do in Orlando for all of the theme parks, they have different vacation packages, and we decided to leave that turned on for you guys so you can look at those and see what they look like, and plan a Disney World vacation. And next to travel here, to the right, up on the top navigation bar, you see here on the black navigation bar is tickets. And so choose a location or choose an event, and you're going to probably find it all here. This is also where you can come and buy your movie theater tickets and your theme park tickets, but you can also pick any type of major sporting or music event and find it there. Benefits Plus, let me open that up. It may dump me right off on the website. Okay, so this is where you're going to find all of the different insurance products that they have. Have auto insurance, home insurance, life insurance, renter's insurance, accident insurance. I mean, they truly have everything here that you possibly need. So let me go back here and let's look at a Thanksgiving deal and see what they have. So flowers for your centerpiece, gift baskets for gifts, Sam's Club for your great place to obviously shop for your meal, wine country gift baskets to get stuff for entertaining over Thanksgiving weekend, and on and on and on. And then underneath underneath the Thanksgiving deals, who doesn't want to go see Wicked over Thanksgiving? I do, Wicked too. So, all right, this is Thanksgiving. And then last but not least here, there's the gift cards. And our account manager here, he uses these all the time. He talked about the amount of savings he does a year just by buying, stacking up on these gift cards and then using them when he's out and about, saving money on all of these brands that we use on a daily basis. Bloomin' Brands, Applebee's, Petco, Spa Finder. Spa Finder is really great. It's, kind of a one-stop shop for you when you're looking for spas and medical services, med spa services. So yeah, there's Ruth Chris, Disney. I love Bonefish Grill. Let's see, what's some other fun ones here? I'll click through a couple more to show you guys. There's Amtrak, um, Cheesecake Factory. There's always a Cheesecake Factory by the movie theater, so you can combine that. Cracker Barrel, Chili's, come from the Brinker world, and I mean, we could search for days, but yeah, this is a really, really exciting new set of partners. And again, a big thank you to Bryte Lyfe and Wes for making it possible that we get to constantly add new benefits into the mix, and our tech team, who does an amazing job of setting up these white label websites for us, doing the API integrations, and making it a seamless transition when you get into the app to move from benefit to benefit. Especially with what they're doing right now is amazing with building our new website and our new app. You guys are going to be just blown away at the user experience and how easy it is going to be, not only to find the benefit yourself, but what I find so important here is that you know how to use this to your benefit when you're sharing the Bryte Lyfe story with a guest or a prospect or a prospective member, and you're using your phone and you're sitting next to them and you're pulling up the app and you're sharing all of the different icons at the bottom or all of the different sections of the app that are a place for them to experience something unique and special that they've never had before. So we always like to ask the question when you're working with prospects on where would you like to travel? And we show them a travel example. And then we ask what's something that maybe they're going to be doing over the holidays or something that they'd like to do in the near future if there's a sporting event or a concert event. And we find that for them right then and there. Or maybe it's they're in the market, maybe they just bought a new house and they need furniture and appliances and whatever. You might show them the shopping, but it's definitely a great way to show what Bryte Lyfe is all about, tell the story. I talk about how we encourage you to obviously pick your top 10 bucket list destinations and dream as big as you can about those. And then we call it a life list. We ask you to also make a life list on all the things that you'd like to do that you've never done before. Maybe you've never been to a Super Bowl. Maybe I think it was Tammy or someone else told me they definitely want to do Kentucky Derby this year. I've made myself a life list, and I love Wes's training today when he said to go get the poster board, and I see putting our bucket list stuff up there, our life list stuff, and then all of our goals that we have for building and the comp plan, and put them all up there and achieve what it is that you want to live your best life here at Bryte Lyfe through all of the Live Life partners we have and all of the new ones, which you will see and have access to live next week. So I thank you everyone for being here on a Saturday morning and sticking out with us for a couple of hours, hanging out with us for a couple of hours. It's been an amazing day, and I really hope that you enjoy every one of these benefits. And here's the thing. We're adding more. So come to Miami. We're always looking for great stuff. And our great source of inspiration for new benefits is you guys. So I want to thank you guys for introducing me to partners. I want to thank you guys for all of your ideas. And please keep the creativity coming and come to us at concierge@brytelyfe.com and share anything that you're looking for that might be a good partner for your market or your area. We've had opportunities to partner with members on benefits, so we'll continue to grow in every area. And just can't wait to show you what's next when we get to Miami in January. So I'm going to actually stop the recording here and wish everyone a happy weekend. Thank you again for being a part of our Super Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for our corporate call and 8 p.m. for following our Zoom. And we're now doing Zooms every day of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 8 o'clock. And God bless. Thank you for being here today.